I like it. It looks fresh. But how are we not going to put a crab, or how are we not going to put the best looking flag out there, the Maryland flag, incorporated in the City Connects? They're City Connects. Put the Maryland flag in there. Put a crab in there. Put my logo on there. What's going on here? We got Aaron Judge destroying stadiums. He should be arrested, first of all. With everyone at BTL chat, telling squad ride, we'll break you guys out of prison later. This guy's cheated multiple times in the past, gotten caught for it. He's actually a human trash can. This dude is the scum on the bottom of your shoe. That guy goes park to park, stadium to stadium, a grown-ass man with a baseball glove, like he's playing in the game, taking home runs from kids, not giving little man the respect he deserves. What a loser.
They're watching me flourish, I'm watching them run. Damn. Brand new bag for pro, but I didn't pay for it. I don't like spending that cash because I'm trying.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Friday, the best day of the week, episode 268 piece. Hold the fry as always, joined by your guys, Krabs and Javon. Cubs cake.
Yeah. Fresh.
Cubs cake.
Wait, is this true?
Wow.
Might have to move
Could
back.
be the difference.
Might have to move back, man.
Javon might be on the move, chat. He's got to go get those props in somewhere. That could change everything, Javon.
That's a game changer.
Chat, the Cubs did not come through last night, that's for sure. The A team, the B team, those were cake. I hope you guys took some of the late night squares. But we've got plenty to talk about today, chat. Plenty to talk about. Yeah, I bet, Tret Muck Mike. I freaking bet, dude. W pick. Look, we got to bounce back today, Javon. I need to build bankroll for the weekends. We've got work to do today. All right? We're going to go over MLB plays. We're going to craft up some prize picks, chat. Talk some NBA stuff going on right now before we dive in. And we've got Lauren coming on in a couple minutes as well. Rumor has it she has a prize pick square that she likes. And Javon, I've got the inside scoop. You might like it too.
Okay.
You might like it too. So we'll have her on in a couple. Craft something up. Hopefully we can pair her square with yours. A little two-piece and call it a day. Can we go longer without Surge? We're going to run Surge today, or I'm going to run Surge today. No days off, chat. No days off. We'll be running it. All right. So you guys better come up and give me some winners. Start prepping. I need a W new face from BTL today to join me on the Surge stream afterwards. All right, boys. We've got work to do. Like I said, we're going to dive in. First up, crazy day at ESPN today, Javon.
Yeah.
My goodness. They're letting go all the GOATs.
I know.
I'm
Kind of
shocked.
sucks.
It's times are tough around here, I guess. You know, with this economy and everything, they don't got coins. Maybe they tailed the squad ride last night, Javon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, we're seeing some GOATs exit out. Maybe they're trying to save up coin for Shannon Sharp. People are starting to talk. I don't know. But definitely weird and kind of stinks that we're not getting Jeff Van Gundy anymore commentating NBA games, personally. I liked them. We'll see what W new faces they bring in. But, man, tough times for ESPN right now.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Letting all I guess they spend their whole payroll on Pat McAfee, I guess. We're going to see a couple of these guys, whether it's him or whether it's whoever they keep, covered in 70 different sports. We're not going to have the GOATs for every sport. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, weird. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not losing sleep over it, but feel bad for these guys. I'm sure they'll end up on their feet, though.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
We got sub bangs, Javon, early and often today. My goodness. Dyson coming in, time to get the coin back. Dyson gets it, chat.
There you
Be
go.
more like Dyson. All right, 10-month sub bang. He gets it. We're bouncing back today. Dilgod coming in with a sub bang. Tell me J-Ram Fantasy is going under and Talkman is scoring a run. Yeah, I need to see Talkman in my office after last night.
You need to see David Ross in your office. That's what you need to see.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even his fault. And we're going to talk about that in a moment, too. Cutback Mac coming in with a sub bang, 12 months. Let's freaking go, dude. W vibes on this Friday. Let's build some bankroll for the weekend, gentlemen. But first, let's bitch about the Cubs a little bit here. I think we all need it for just a minute or two. Why was that the Cubs bunt game of 2023? I don't understand what was going on, Javon. POD Pete said it perfectly. I know he was on the Cubs ML, still probably drowning in Cubs piss right now with me. But Nick Madrigal squaring around to bunt with 2 outs. I fucking bet, dude. David Ross came out after the game and said that neither of these stupid bunts were called in by him or the coaches. These were on their own, okay? And we'll show the clips. We got them. Madrigal forgot how many outs there were, plain and simple. He already came out and said it's absolutely ridiculous, embarrassing. lock in, buddy. Lock in. You don't even start every day. You can't be the guy forgetting how many outs there were unless you want to grab punt.
He's been
so that cost us a run there.
He's been seeing the ball well too, like since he's been back up. So I mean, I don't know why he's doing that. And then Morel, I mean, they put him in the 3-hole today. Like they're been one of their most consistent hitters, if not the most consistent hitter. They put him up in the 3-hole to hit for power, and we're bunting with no outs, first and third.
Yeah, nothing like laying a bunt down, first and third, no outs, huh?
Weird.
What are we doing?
Super weird.
It's not a suicide squeeze either. The runner on third base is like, what the fuck? It starts like running a little bit, but then obviously goes back. He's like, what the hell's going on?
Super
confusing. Jangis, bro. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross.
That hurts because you probably could at least count one of those runs would have probably came through if they weren't, taking stupid pills yesterday. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. We did make up for it, at least for the late nights, Javon. We hit some prize picks last night. I hit more, I think, than I've hit ever in a single day last night. Absolutely built bankroll. Shout out Diaz coming through. Trey Turner coming through as well. Outman was free. He didn't hit a nuke, but he was a free run. He scored a couple, I believe. And then Chaz. Shout out TikTok Live yesterday for giving me Chaz. That was you guys. Javon, Harold, even with the specs coming last night, W's. I hope you guys saw that TikTok, kind of fucking around there. I already knew he cashed, but hilarious that I take that guy for the first time all season, and next thing you know, he forgets his contacts, and he's wearing specs during the game. Unbelievable. Infield base hit. We'll take it, Javon. Cash that shit. Absolutely cleaned, licked plat left and right last night on the prize picks board. Let's run it back.
Why not?
Let's run it back, Javon. We need it, man. We're hot on the prize picks board. The straight bets need to improve. But we're hitting PP squares. No doubt about it. Where were they on Twitter, though? You got to join my TikTok Live, brother. All right, I'm not an octopus. I only got 2 arms and hands. I can't be posting everything everywhere. All right, boys. But hope you guys were in the TikTok Live and cashed. One day, Devin, maybe, if you sign my paychecks, I'll send you all my plays, VIP print, directly to you. But for now, if I don't post one, oops, sorry. We're on Labs. Let's go, Austin.
W. Austin.
W's. Love it. Let's discuss the pink tape. What do you think about Lil Uzi Vert's album?
It was good. I don't think it was crazy.
Okay.
Not into the whole little rock wave personally. So I mean, a couple of songs in the album, not for me, but there are some absolute classics. I'm glad he put Zoom on there. That's one of my all-time favorite Uzi leaks.
Let's go. W's, I'd say half of it was good, half of it was actual dog shit, but it is what it is. Yeah, he's trying to be Trippie Redd or something, or Playboy Cardi on some of those songs. Did not work, but half of them were kind of fire. I'll give him that. We got Supreme Fatty coming in with a sub bang. Let's smack the squad ride and pay for the tab this weekend, fellas. Supreme Fatty gets it, chat.
He does.
Absolutely gets it. He's dialed in on this Friday slate. DeGen coming in with 34 viewers. W's.
W.
Let's go, DeGen. Thanks for coming, my man. Alec coming in with a sub bang. 9-month bang, by the way. Cup stink, a.k.a. bun hitters. I bet, Alec. Yep, 100%. Brutal. Chat, we move. Yesterday was yesterday. All right, today's today. No need to live in the past. Let the Cubs go. All right, although that one did stink. Definitely stunk. How'd you end up yesterday, Javon?
All right. I didn't place all that many bets because slate kind of sucked, but would have loved to have the Cubs, I'll tell you that. But shout out Chelly making it to day 3 today.
Let's go, Chelly.
The Nobu Nerfy Challenge.
Let's go, Chelly. And Austin's props is on fire as usual. Austin Gauthier absolutely crushing the ball. He was on here a couple weeks ago, chat. Only the OGs know. He's dominating right now in Double-A. So happy for him. Hit another home run last night. Look, that's not easy to move your way up that Dodgers org. That's no Oakland Athletics. All right, that's probably the best organization in baseball, and he's crushing it. W's. All right, and Chelly's moving in silence today. I love it. All right, Milwaukee and Pitt Nerfy today. That's what we're rolling with. All right.
I don't mind it.
All right. It's so nasty. It just might work. All right. There's Austin Gauthier's nuke piece from yesterday. Love it. Let's talk about the NFL a little bit, Javon. We got some time today before Lauren hops on here in a couple. You see this tweet last night from Jonathan Jones talking about how he wants to bet on his own team? This is crazy. Look, we're going to talk about it, chat. Let me know what you guys think, but he's pissed. he can risk his life playing football. Guys are having heart attacks during the game, being brought back to life, and he can't throw a K on his team to win. Fair point. I'll give him that for sure. Now, we'll bring it back to that first tweet we showed from our guy David from ESPN, talking about how the players, do make more money from the NFL partnering with these sports books. So, in turn, maybe these guys should be able to just resist the urge and take their, bigger contracts and understand that they are getting paid more from these deals and they shouldn't be doing anything sketchy to, potentially risk the integrity of the game. That's the smart way of thinking about this. But the guy does have a point, Javon. If the NFL doesn't want people tanking, and I personally don't see anything wrong with if a guy wants to bet on himself or his team to win, it gets a little hairy when you're talking about spreads. But at the end of the day, doesn't the league want maximum effort on every single play, no matter what the team's records are, to get the best product on the field? I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if you're opening it up, obviously you're talking about betting like a money line on your own team. You open up the other side too. So I don't think there's like a gray area you can put there. I think I don't think it's that hard just to not bet on your own sport and team facilities personally, especially when that's like the CBA that they agreed to. So it's not like the NFL is just spawning these rules out of nowhere. So they agreed to it. It's like the terms of service of your employment, like any other job that exists in the world. So like are the rules a little stupid and maybe a little vague? Sure. But it's what they agreed to. So I mean, they got to stick to it. And realistically, it's go somewhere else to bet on another sport. It's not that difficult.
Sure. Okay. I might be with Trent or Josh, whoever's putting that comment in there. They should be able to bet on themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. That should be the only thing allowed. Bet on your own props.
Okay. I mean, the UFC, they do it. They're allowed to bet on themselves, but it's not a team sport, right? A little different. Yeah. Okay. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think guys should be able to bet on their own teams to win? Should they be able to bet on their own props? Should we take the boomer take here and let these guys not have any fun, which is probably the smart move? What do you guys think? Curious. Krabs, imagine last year Wentz had +9 on the Cowboys, and it's the 4th, and he just gives up and says, fuck it, because I got the spread. Good point. That is true. Maybe he's got, 20K on Commanders +9, and he says, you know what? I don't give a hoot. We already covered.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm already on Commanders +9, and I'm cashing too. You know what I mean? So wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
Imagine taking unders on yourself. Give me a break. Yeah, it does get a little hairy. Okay. And then Javon, how about James Harden? Smell ya. He gone.
Yeah.
Not really surprising, right? He's out of here, and look, I don't know where he's going to end up next. At this point, he's going to end up on every single team. I don't really know. Where do you think Harden ends up? And are you shocked to see him leaving Philly after they did not do shit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked to see him leave. I'll tell you that. Right. I don't know where he's going. I think the little Suns talk is cute, or wherever he's looking to get traded or whatever. But I mean, you could see it happening from a mile away. It was just nothing really worked down there, and it was consistently between Harden and Embiid. It was always one or the other, never really the both of them. So that's not going to take them anywhere they need to go. So I mean, it's definitely belongs somewhere else. I just really couldn't tell you where. The Clippers would be it would be cool for a little bit, but I don't see that working either.
Yep.
And you hate to see.
I don't know. We got 10-4s. Did I just get a little
yeah,
a little sketch there? Can you guys hear me now? Okay.
It's either you or me, but yeah, you're back.
We're back. W's. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where Harden ends up. Maybe he'll come to the Wizards. I don't know. Nothing would shock me at this point in the NBA. People are going everywhere. People are playing on every team. It's annoying. I hate it. No loyalty. No loyalty. It is what it is. And then Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's already pissing me off, Javon. He's already pissing me off. He's not even on my team anymore. And we don't even have to play this clip. Honestly, just wanted to kind of show you the top of it. Brad talking about him going to the Suns. Great. He's excited. He gets to chill and not get double teamed anymore. That's great. Brad, you've been chilling for the last 4 years, brother. You haven't done squats. I haven't seen you try on a defensive possession in years. This is a slap in the face to DC. This is a slap in the face to your fan base. And this wasn't it. This wasn't it. He was also talking about how he's excited to be playing in meaningful games. Brad, the Wizards were borderline a playoff team almost every single year you were there, where they were an 8 seed or when they ended up making the playoffs even bigger. Shit, even the playing games. The Wizards are never a terrible team. They're never out of it. To be completely honest with you, every game the Wizards play in when Brad was there was a meaningful game because they're on the cusp of making the playoffs more than other teams who might already be in, like the Suns. So at the end of the day, you're honestly playing more meaningful games, and you're the centerpiece of the city and the team and the culture. You're the heart. You're the leader. Everyone around you, especially the young guys, follow suit and see how you prepare and want to be you. And when you're lazy and when you don't play defense and when you take your contract and sit back and relax, Brad, you've been chilling, my man. You've been chilling. And you're not a winner. And I really don't think the rest of the NBA or the league knows because no one watches Wizards games. I don't blame them. The Wizards suck. They suck. You guys all see Bradley Beal's highlights on ESPN when he drops 35 once a week and you think he's legit. This guy is not a winner. This guy has been chilling for the last 5 years. And comments like this are not why you want a guy like Bradley Beal on your team. And that's why we've been so bad recently, because he's the leader of our culture, and I'm happy he's gone. Smell you.
If he doesn't want to
Have
face
fun
double
chilling.
teams.
Have fun chilling. Have fun chilling behind KD and D-Book and averaging 16 points a game next year, brother. Because you stink. You stink.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
He's not wanting to face made double teams. He's going to be best friends with Devin Booker. I'll tell you that. We'll see how that works out.
Unbelievable. He took the handout. He took the Kevin Durant route, the easy way out. Awesome, Brad. Now you can go and not get double covered anymore and not be, a centerfold of an entire city. Great, Brad. You're now the third option, and that's what you deserve after playing like crap the last 3 years. Straight up. He doesn't deserve to be a 1. He's not a 1. He's not. He's a 2. And on the Suns, he's a 3. So good luck. We'll be seeing, brother. We'll be seeing. Damian Lillard is going to be saying this next. Just wait. Dame's not going anywhere. This happens every year, chats. Every year. Do you agree, Javon? Or is this the year he finally makes a move and just stops bitching?
Well, you mean I'm pretty overly pessimistic just because it involves the Heat, and they do the same thing every year where they're on the cusp of talking to a superstar and they don't really get any. So I'll believe it on both sides when I see it.
It's the same thing every year. Dame bitches in the offseason and nothing changes and they still stink. And then he ends up playing there next year. It's the same thing. But Dame on the Heat would be crazy.
It would be.
That'd be crazy. That's more of a culture fit for down there. You know what I mean? Effort.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Winning. Clutch. All things Bradley Beal isn't. You dodged a bullet with him not going to Miami. You dodged a bullet, brother. Straight up.
Hope so.
All right, chat. We're going to pivot. All right, we got sub bangs left and right. Supreme Fatty already shouted you out. All right, W Vibes this Friday. We're going to bring Lauren on. Okay, we're going to talk about the All-Star game a little bit, chats. All-Star game starting lineups got released. The uniforms got released. We're going to talk about those. And word on the street is Lauren's got a prize pick square up her sleeve that she likes. All right, so let's bring her up. Let's see what she's got today. W's Lauren in the small corner. There she is.
What's going on, boys? Yeah, I moved. I got myself a little corner now. It's Lauren in the corner.
Love it. Lauren's corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Got to get some stuff set up still. That's all right, though. We got the holiday weekend coming up. Only drinking. Drinking and winning bets is the only thing on the top of mind right now.
100%.
Okay. And we got the All-Star game coming up next weekend. W's. What do you think about these jerseys, Lauren? I think they're okay.
Yeah, so the first time I've seen them, I guess they released this morning. I don't like them. They remind me of 2012 travel ball. Like when camo was big. Javon, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of gives me that vibe. I don't know.
Yeah, nothing special. And look, a lot of people talking about it. Carabas with maybe the tweet of the day earlier, talking about how he misses when the teams used to wear, their actual jerseys with the All-Star patch on there. And I'm kind of with them. I think that was fire, Lauren. What do you think? You think they should be wearing their own jerseys?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I like that tweet. I was like, I don't know why they're trying to do too much really. It's just real NASCAR. There's just a lot going on.
I know. They need Daniel.
They
That's a good point. W. Daniel last night turned 21, got absolutely shit-faced, said he went to the casino and lost coin. He's one of us. W. Daniel. Hope you enjoyed the birthday. Hope you didn't lose too much. All right, my man. And he made the graphics today. He got up and made the graphics for BTL. So absolute heart shown. Love it. But yeah, those jerseys, nothing special. Kind of look like 12U travel ball jerseys that we used to rock. Hilarious. But Lauren, W All-Star game for the Rangers. You guys got 4 people starting?
I'm just saying. I was so happy. I was kind of nervous Jonah Heim wasn't going to make it over Adley or start over Adley. The Ranger fans showed up and they voted him in. I'm super happy about it.
100%. I'm not a big fan of the fan voting. I think it's a little bit weird. They were letting, the fans decide who's going to the All-Star game. I personally think they should just pick the best players and have it be legit. But I do love the All-Star game. And I feel like they picked majority of the right guys. And you got a lot of good guys on your Rangers. That offense is stacked.
No, 100%. Obviously love Mike Trout, but should he been at the All-Star game this year? I don't know, right? I feel like that's kind of fair to say. He's been kind of, not as good. I think there's a lot of younger guys or hotter guys right now. But yeah, it's really cool. I was telling you today, Nate Lowe was the only one from pretty much our infield that didn't make it. And I was like, if he was on Prize Picks, I'd be nuking him today.
Yeah, and isn't he having a great year too?
He's good. He won the Silver Slugger last year too. He's a good player.
Is he still rocking that turtleneck, the super tight turtleneck and tucked in?
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Only guy in the league who does it. I don't know why. We're not going to ask questions though. It's working.
Yeah.
All right. W for the Rangers and Rays, Javon. You got a couple guys starting, right? You got 2 dudes, Yandy and Randy.
Yandy and Randy, yeah, dynamic duo. Excited for that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, how we got 4 Rangers in there, I don't know.
Don't even. Marcus Semien for sure deserves to be there. Jonah Heim.
I'm cool. Honestly, I'm cool with 3 of them. I think Josh Young starting over Jose Ramirez is a crime.
That's fair. It's only because he's just our hot rookie right now, but that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
But this is our time we can kind of riz up Shohei. I mean,
true. Yeah, do some tampering. That's good.
You know what I mean?
Be better. Okay, and then are we going to talk about Aaron Judge being in this vote and the guy can't even walk right now?
Yeah.
What a waste.
I mean, it's stupid. We know he's not going to play too. That's why I'm not all that mad about it.
Yeah, I know. But just the fact that he won that is a crock of shit. How do you get voted in that if you don't play? And yeah, J-Ram did get disrespected. I'd say him, that was probably the biggest snub. J-Ram, maybe Bo Bichette not getting a start over Siegs. But Siegs has been pretty good too.
Seager deserves it though, so I'm not mad at that.
No, ever since he came back from his injury, Seager's been nuts.
Yeah, that's kind of just a stacked position there in the AL. So I get it. And Bo will definitely be a reserve. He'll be there. He'll be playing. And then let's take a peep at the NL. I know these guys aren't your squads, and this might shock you, but no Nats starting in the All-Star game. Kind of weird.
Couldn't believe it, Cavs.
It is what it is. Although, all jokes aside, Lane Thomas probably should have gotten a look.
Yeah, he's probably first off the bench.
Yeah, he'll be there, 100%. I'm not worried about it. He'll probably be the only Nats. We're not going to spend any more time talking about them. They suck. But Freddie, Arraez, obviously, Orlando Arcia. I mean, Lindor being second is a joke. Nolan Arenado winning over Riley is a joke. But besides that, everything else looks pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? JD Martinez, Javon? Who else DH in the NL is deserving?
I mean, I'd say certainly should be JD Martinez. I don't think it's big of a difference there.
Did you guys agree with Sean Murphy over Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agreed with that? Okay.
Sean Murphy's cooled off a little bit, but overall, I mean, he's just been awesome. And yeah, the guy we're not talking about, Yan Gomes. Josh, I'm with you, bro. Got snubbed. Hate to see it. World Series champ. All right. These lineups are pretty good, though. Who else are we looking for from our teams to make it as reserves? I mean, Lauren, you already have 100 people from your team, so not really stressed about them.
Do you guys know if Adalis made it? I think he did, right?
Well, they haven't announced the reserves yet, but
they have. Okay,
he's probably going to be there. Yeah,
that's a guy who, if anybody's starting from the Rangers, Adolis, I thought would be one of them. But
he's leading the league in RBIs, if I'm not mistaken.
He'll probably take Judge's spot, to be honest with you. Right?
You see that?
Yeah. Jordan, because Jordan's also out, so yeah, Adolis will probably be next up. So you're going to have 5 starters probably. That's nuts.
Freaking nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts.
Honestly, yeah, it's Luis Robert should probably be the first off the bench. Talking about
Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Adolis close second.
I've been talking about I would love to see Luis Robert in the freaking home run derby. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, have we gotten any more announcements besides
I think it's Julio so far and Vlad.
Julio and Vlad so far? W update, Lauren. Okay.
Yeah, you just know Trent's nuking Vlad.
100%.
But the thing is, it's like, why Vlad? Like,
Weird this year. I mean, I get it. Hasn't he already played and won? Hasn't he already won the home run derby?
All right,
Mookie.
Trent might nuke Mookie.
Oh, Mookie?
Wow.
Mookie?
You got all his goats in there.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I would never have thought Mookie. I think Corey will be in there again too, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they do pull guys who are already going to be there, throw them in there. And a
Mhm.
lot of guys don't even like doing it, but I'd like to see that. I'd like
Mhm.
to see that. I don't know. Who else should be in the home run derby this year? I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Obviously, like Pete's gonna be in there. We know that.
Yeah,
right?
Big Pete should be there.
Um,
Who from the Rangers would you send? Would you send Garcia? Matt Olson would be sick, chat. I'm with
Matt
you.
Olson would be sick.
Okay.
I'd probably go Corey still. I mean,
Still Corey? Okay.
still Corey.
All right. You might be biased on that one, though.
I'm a little biased.
That's your guy.
Look, I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie. I want to see Corey in the home run derby. Okay, we're gonna be there. So
Don't blame you. I don't blame you. Also, we got to talk about Josh Jung making it as a rookie. Unbelievable. First time in All-Star game history, we've got 2 rookies starting on both sides, although I don't know if Corbin's going to be healthy enough to play. He got hurt last night. Hopefully he is. But 2 absolute studs. Wanted to shout both them out. And Lauren, your guy, Josh Jung, is insane.
it's your AL Rookie of the Year, baby. Yoshida this, Yoshida that. Nah.
I mean, he's a beast. He's a beast. I'll give you that. What else? Who else are we looking forward to getting the All-Star game? Javon, any other Rays going to make it, you think, as reserves?
I mean,
Any arms?
I would assume the Wander's going to make it.
Yeah, I was
as a
about to say
reserve.
Wander.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see. I know the coaches, I think, select the starters, but I really do not want to see Shane McClanahan start the All-Star game again.
We saw what happened last year.
Yeah, and it was really just because he
Got rocked.
rocked, and I knew
Yeah.
the second I saw that we were in the stadium, I was like, oh yeah, he's cooked for the rest of the season. So I mean, that's exactly what happened. So I'm really hoping he doesn't get to start again, but he probably is, which kind of sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, they're gonna get in, I would think for sure. NL, if I don't see Matt McClain in the All-Star game, I'm throwing a fit like Ty
Yeah,
France.
we better get Reds. We need Reds. Okay. We
Like
need them to bring
Spencer
the energy.
Steer.
Yeah,
See, that's
I mean,
a guy
one
whose
of the-
stats
Philly.
are great, but there's just no way.
Yeah, no,
There's
I
just
know.
no way.
Yeah.
And then the Orioles, I mean, look, Javon, we talked about it before BTL. It's not that crazy after looking at their stats, but no Orioles starting. I mean, they better be sending all those guys to be the reserves because we need all the O's and all the Reds that we can get up there. 100%.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably going to be. I would assume Adley's going to be the backup catcher, but
Mhm.
it's partially just because the catchers in the AL are pretty mid. Adley's been god awful for like a month now, so
Yeah.
definitely understand him not starting over Jonah Heim. Probably should have honestly been Jonah Heim by a lot more votes, but yeah, I assume he's going to be there as a backup.
Okay. How about Kevin Kiermaier on there? Give me a break.
Yeah, that's just fan voting the entire country, Canada.
Yep. They do have the edge there. I'll give them that. 100%. All right. Well, looking forward to the All-Star game next weekend and Home Run Derby, especially because we're about to have boots on ground. That's about to be
It's
a
on
W.
ground. It's gonna be a time.
But yeah, I'm with you guys. I have no idea who Trent's going to pick. He might take every single person to win the Home Run Derby. He's got all his goats in there.
I could see him running back Julio, honestly, especially in Seattle.
Yeah.
He took him
Good
last
point. How was Mike Trout an All-Star? Chelly, the fan voting, man. The fan voting, it is what it is. No reason to complain. Nothing we can do about it. But you get guys with big names who might not have, the stats deserving every year. But to
But yeah,
be
you
fair,
said it like
everybody wants to see
Lindor.
Trout hitting.
year. What was Lindor doing? And even in the conversation.
I don't get it.
Extremely bad.
I don't get it. I am happy Orlando Arcia is
Yeah.
getting the respect he deserves, though, and he's starting because he actually does deserve it, and all these Braves do as well. I do think Murphy, I probably do give it to him in a coin flip over Smith, but Acuna might be the best player in baseball right now besides Shohei. He 1,000% deserves it. So does Arcia, and probably Riley over Arenado, too. I mean, that's just hilarious that Arenado's going.
Yeah.
He can't even be happy about it. He knows that's not fair. Come on now. You're taking a spot from a young guy. Unbelievable. Whatever. We move. Lauren, word on the street. You might have a prize pick square up your sleeve for today. Is it true?
I sure do. I actually have a few I want to talk to you guys about. But yes, I do
Tell us.
have one I really, really love. And Javon, I think you're going to like this one. Shane McClanahan over K's. Look into it.
Oh, I've looked.
Seattle, they strike out a lot. Shane, he hasn't really been hitting his K number here lately, and I think he absolutely soars today.
Javon, you don't look too enticed.
Javon, you look like you hate it, buddy.
I
I
like
think you're
his,
going to be really excited.
I can get down with his strikeouts, but the Rays are minus 130 today, minus 125 now. Like if he's getting his strikeouts, cool, which I could be fine with, but I don't think they're winning that game. Plus, that is a little scary too. I don't know what his leash is going to be because he got pulled last game because he got hurt. Which, I mean, he looked fine, but yeah, Mariners. That's definitely one of the better strikeout matchups on the board. I'll tell you that. So I mean, the Mariners strike out against everybody.
And man, he's soaring. I don't know. It's going to be like 1-0, but he's going to score though.
I'm fine with it.
They're going to lose, but
Tell me how you really feel, Javon. Sure.
Well, it's because I was already planning on locking in his under fantasy score, which
Wow.
not non-negotiable with the
That's
case.
just cake in the ears. That's literally Betty Crocker right in the earlobes.
I mean, Javon, I'm not going to lie to you. I was really excited coming on, pitching out. I was like, he's going to really like it. And you're like, no.
We're in the middle.
I hyped it up, too.
He'll give up 3 runs with 8
You
K.
did. No.
I hyped it up in the beginning of the show. I said, rumor has it Lauren's got a square. Javon, you might like it. Hinted it a Ray. I'm still down to take it, Lauren. What else you got, though?
I have one that I feel like y'all aren't going to agree with, but we'll see. I like Cal Quantrill over pitches thrown in the first inning just because it's his first start in a while. I think he absolutely soars.
I mean, always down to fade Cal. He's one of my arch nemesis.
I like
100%.
that again. And they're
Yeah, 16.
even when it doesn't play out like yesterday, if we want to, they're a very patient team. Cal coming back from injury too. They could have a disaster first inning for him. I like that.
That's sharp. That's sharp.
And then y'all want
What
to know
else?
another one?
Yeah, another one.
Severino over pitches thrown in the first inning.
Mm.
Soaring.
Sorry.
Have y'all seen that line for that game too?
Take a peep.
We'll talk about that in a little bit too, because we have that's a weird series price.
Huh. Severino more than pitches thrown
Yeah, first inning.
after the Cardinals just got beaten 15-0 last night.
100%.
That's
I don't know why
Fact.
I do feel like most times when I trust the Cardinals, they let me down. I think they pretty much have every single time, but I just have this weird feeling today, like they might show a little heart, right?
John, is this kind of high for Sevy?
Yeah, it's really high. 17 is the most like you'll see in pitchers thrown. I've seen like 17.5 before, but 17 is like it's normally like 15.5 around there.
You got a good read on these squares by now. You got it all down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just
That's definitely weird. That makes me like it. What were you saying, Javon?
Since Sevy's coming off of dicing the Rangers last start too.
I like it too. Let's fade. He's inconsistent. Well, I'll tell you what, I love those second 2 squares. The Shane one I could still get behind and I'm tailing, but Javon definitely scared me a little bit.
He scared me too. I was like, God damn.
Yep.
I thought I was cooking this morning. I was like, Shane, they're gonna love this.
Lauren's walking up to BTL today like, oh, I got a square Javon's gonna like. This is good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
actually,
against it. Like, because I think he gives up a couple tanks, but at the same time, if he gets through 4 innings, all 12 of those outs could very easily be strikeouts.
They could both hit. They could still both hit. And look, he could give up some runs because I'm with Javon. That line is weird, and I do like the Mariners tonight. But he could still get 10 strikeouts and give up, 4 or 5 earned runs. Just give up some solo shots or some nukes. You see it all the time. Sometimes pitchers, the worse they do, the more strikeouts they get too. So I don't know if McClanahan's like one of those dudes, but I don't hate it. I love the Cal and Sevy play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Those are sharp as a tack.
I really like those. I did have a couple more squares I wanted to ask you guys about. One was, what do y'all think about Jury today? Hits, runs, RBIs.
Come on.
Jury, twist my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean against Tommy Henry, that's a soft tossing lefty.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Anything better.
I saw this morning. I forgot what his odds were. I was on props.cash, but it was like he minus like 125 for him to go over that. I was like, shit.
I mean, whenever that's up, I like taking it. His hit run RBIs. Has that been printing, Javon? Hasn't he been kind of hot recently?
He's been a little streaky. Like when you found like really good matchups for him, like he's destroying in those matchups. But like outside of that, he's been kind of up and down. But
yeah, I think
I'm
I
down
think
to
yesterday he
take
was
that.
like 1 for 5.
Yeah, I'm very down to take some Drury props today.
Let's fucking go, dude. Great matchup for him, without a doubt. Soft throwing lefty. Let's go back to vintage 2022 Brandon Drury when he was cracked out against lefties. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? You got any other squares you're thinking about?
The last one, it was more like I just wanted to see what you guys thought about Justin Steele's over K's, because like the line's like super juicy for it, but it's a super low number. Obviously, he's a really good strikeout pitcher, and the guards don't strike out. I thought it was a super weird line, like
It is a
4.
weird line.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
He just dealt overseas in his last start on Saturday too. He absolutely shoved 8
But,
strikeouts
like,
he had in that game.
I don't think I have the balls to like take the under, but it's like I kind of want to. Like, I don't know. It's so low. But then again, the guards never strike out, so at the same time, I don't know.
Have they
I
been
just
striking
wanted to
out
see what you
recently
thought
though,
about
Javon?
No, they haven't
They have
been
not?
striking out like period. But I mean, I honestly, I like the Cubs again a lot today, so I wouldn't mind taking it, especially since
Okay.
it's going to be a little different of a lineup, I guess you could say, against lefties. So I'm not sure. I mean, I think the line is certainly like low for a reason. I don't think it's like trap type weird, but maybe you can still get that. Hey, yeah, Greinke didn't strike anybody out against him yesterday. That was funny.
You didn't have a single strikeout?
No, I mean his line was like
Oh
2.5.
crap!
He's not a strikeout guy one bit. Yeah. But this is low, especially him coming off that start against St. Louis over there in England. I definitely lean the under, but I think Javon's right. I don't think it's as weird as it looks because the Guardians right now literally don't strike out. They're hitting the ball well. They're finally playing like the Guards from last year a little bit.
I will say, I mean, when we went to that game in Chicago when he was pitching, I don't know if it just had to do with, I know he was on like a little bit of a pitch count at like 80, 85 or something, but his line was 3.5 in that game. So, I mean, take 15 pitches and add them like against the Orioles. I don't know, like his line's probably 4.5, maybe 5 against like the Orioles. And now you're playing a Cleveland team who doesn't strike out like at all. So maybe it's honestly a little higher than expected. I don't really know.
Wow. Okay, go ahead and keep that square far away from me now. I'm good.
Yeah, but it's like minus like 170, I think, from the over. I'm not
What the?
mistaken. Yeah, it was like super.
They're like 3.5, yeah.
Why are they hanging that? Okay. Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, Lauren, those pitches thrown squares, I don't know why I'd expect anything different. Those are sharp as attack. That's your category.
I
You
mean,
got
those
these
have just
down pat.
absolutely been printing for me.
Yeah.
It's
I like
it's
those.
crazy.
Did you win your prize picks yesterday or no?
So I didn't the one I like posted, but I did take one with Chase Anderson over pitches thrown, and then I can't pronounce his name, but the Diamondbacks pitcher yesterday. I took his
Fat.
over pitches
Bad.
thrown. Yeah, bad. I don't know. But I took those two together and they smacked. So
Okay.
the over
All right,
pitches
so
thrown is like I just don't want to post the same thing every day, but I'm like, dude, those hit. Like
that's kind of your
What
thing,
time's it
though.
on?
That's kind of you're kind of dialed into that category. I wouldn't blame you for
Yeah.
keep sending
Yeah.
those, and I don't want to jinx you, but let's stay hot.
stay
All
hot.
right.
Why not?
You've been hitting 2 pieces. Let's keep them going. Do you have a preference on the Cal one or Sevy one? Do you like them both equally?
Probably Cal. Cal was my number
Cal?
one square today.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
maybe a
think he's
2-piece, maybe a 2-piece with Cal and McClanahan K's, or if someone's trying to get really cute, maybe you go 3-piece Cal, Sevy, McClanahan K's. That Drury square as well. It's looking
Yeah,
really funny too.
If I were to
yeah.
pick the 3, it'd probably be Drury, Sevy, and then Cal.
Love it, love it. Chat, if you want to tell Lauren, send a little 3-piece today. She came prepared. She came with winners. All right, Lauren, stay hot. Always love when you come on here. All right, have a
Yeah.
great weekend. If I don't talk to you, holiday weekends, booze up. All right,
Yeah.
hit some bets.
All
We
right.
appreciate you coming on, and we'll see you next week in Seattle. All right,
Appreciate it. See you, boys.
Dubs, Lauren. We'll catch you. Good luck tonight. Love it. Let's fucking go, chats. Lauren came with some gobbies.
Yeah.
Let's go. She came strapped up.
Little
Javon, I mean, look, I know you don't love the McClanahan one, but I can get down with the pitches thrown squares and her reasoning there. The Drury one, 100% just matchup based and with the beating up on prize picks.
Yeah.
The Steel K's one, I mean, you could tell she's got an eye for the weird squares because that's definitely a weird one on the surface. But after kind of talking about it and looking into it, maybe it makes a little bit more sense. You know what I mean?
fair enough. Yeah, I mean it does. It does for sure. But
Mm.
I mean I really like the Cal square, and of course I really like the Drury square. It's perfect.
Okay. Drury. Maybe we put him in something today. You guys know we're running back that A team and B team, even though we I don't think, what did we go? 2 for 3 in those? 1 for 3 in those yesterday?
I think so. I think
Gosh.
what? But we did hit one yesterday. I guess we hit one of the early afternoon one. So
Yeah, we hit that
a little bit of profit
two-piece.
there.
W's. We'll take it, chat. We're seeing the board well in Prize Picks. I think it's about that time. We go through the MLB slates, kind of pivot back and forth between that and Prize Picks, kind of like we've been doing this week. Chat, I think it's been working. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you have a cheat sheet today or no?
I do. I did post it.
You did post it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Got it last minute from the king himself, who somehow.
Yeah, Daniel
Whoa.
Rose. I'll tell you what, I don't think I even woke up the next day after my 21st. I think I was so hungover, I just woke up the following day. So
Yeah.
W Daniel getting back in the lab today and working his ass off. Dude needs a fucking super max or he's going to walk. Unbelievable.
Yeah, got us on it.
Can we get another early two-piece, please? We can sure as hell try. All right. Honestly, maybe something with Cal in that game as well. We got games starting up in about an hour, chat. No rush. All right. We got 45 minutes left on BTL. He ain't getting the Supermax, man. Move on. Javon, let the people know what they need to be looking out for today with your cheat sheet.
Yeah, I mean, people see the caption. That was the thing that stood out to me the most for talking about Prize Picks squares here. You see Matt Chapman's numbers against James Paxton, 0 for 14 with 9 strikeouts, and he's up for hits, runs, and RBI today. That's juiced to -125 to the over.
What the?
I mean, yeah, that was extremely weird to me when I was looking through the board. And yeah, like James Paxton's been in the league for a while, so evolving pitch mix. Matt Chapman has certainly been, becoming a different hitter year by year. But see those numbers and see that square, it really made you think there. But going through the rest of it here, definitely got some home run targets on the board.
Josh, can we zoom in a little bit potentially or no? Just see if you can mess around with it.
Yeah.
W's.
And yeah, this is interesting too because Paxton is actually like really tough on right-handed batters too, which is weird. So that we're seeing it up. But home run wise, I mean, we're looking in cores. You got Austin Gomber as the top guy on the board. And I always say there's one situation where I back the Tigers. That's when they're facing left-handed pitchers. They get barreled consistently. And that is Austin Gomber in a nutshell. So I think in cores today, it's kind of a weird line. So I don't know where I stand necessarily in the game. We can talk about that. But there's definitely going to be a light show, I think, for the Tigers bats today. Same thing here with Ronel Blanco going up against the Rangers. You can scroll down a little bit, Josh, to the bottom little section there. He gets killed by righties. And the Rangers have been the best team against righties in the last month. Looking at those splits there, too, he's given up a lot of power from the right side, and this isn't a very short sample size, even as like key transition from the bullpen to a starter. So I think the Rangers bats are going to have a really good day today. Talked about this, too, which the weird line in the Rays Mariners game, which I think is absurdly short. So the Mariners against lefties this month, they kill them, but they also strike out a lot. Like you see there, 6th in WRC plus, 4th in hard hit rate, but they also don't walk and they don't strike out, or they're 27th in both of those, or they do strike out 27th in both of those ranks. So like a Lawrence Square, like I don't hate it because like you see there, the Mariners get plenty of whiffs against lefties. It's just I think that they're going to have those solo shots too and maybe yank Shane a little early. So I think that's a tough matchup. We talked about the Tigers, Tommy Henry too, going on the road where he sucks against the Drury and the Angels, who have been really good against lefties recently. Could be a really tough matchup for him. So I guess those are some of the big ones we can look at. And yeah, we see a lot of the Tigers bats in here, which I mean it's kind of hard to pick. SBR,
our Tiger Shark, although he does need to hang up the cleats. He might still have one more in him. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I don't know why I think that joke's so funny, by the way. It makes no sense, but it's just funny. I don't know.
It is so funny. I don't mind Eric Haas at all, and I certainly don't mind tailing, SBR. He knows his Tigers. I did see the one tweet. There was some guy who's clowning him for taking Miggy's under in the Torque multi-home run game that Torque just cashed yesterday, and Miggy's got one ball that's probably left 350.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Straight up.
Hilarious.
Straight up.
SBR.
Someone say SBR. SBR, take a lap. That reminds me of, have you seen Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell when he's a soccer coach? When he's going ape shit at the ends in the full Tiger suit, he's yelling at parents and he grabs his whistle and makes the guy run a lap and he's timing him. He's like, I'm timing you. Hurry up. And the guy's like absolutely booking it around the field all time. Yeah, Beyond Sun, bro. Unbelievable movie. That movie's all time. We need goated Will Ferrell back. All bets aside. We need prime 20 years ago Will Ferrell back. I would pay money for that. He was the GOAT. Man. All right, back to baseball. We got work to do. Blanco, I like the Rangers today on the ML. I might literally just lay the juice.
Yeah.
Cool with that? You like it?
Yep, I do.
Gomber, is that total low in that game 11 after all the runs we've been seeing? Maybe it's just because the offenses are mid. Maybe Lorenzen pitches well. I don't know. You tell me. But I thought that was a little low, and it's moved down.
Yeah, maybe a little low. It's kind of hard to read it because I really don't know like how much respect the Tigers offense is like going to get on a consistent basis, even when they're going into cores. So it's kind of difficult to read, but I do think, the totals may be a little low and that line is a little low on the ML for the Tigers, but definitely not fading it.
Okay. Dubs. Let's start at the top. W cheat sheet again, Javon. I freaking love that. I've been checking it out every day. You've done it this week. Very helpful. Very helpful.
Appreciate it.
Let's dive into the slate, though. Cleveland, Chicago, first game of the day. Cal Quantrill back. How long has he missed?
I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe.
And was it injury or was it fake injury because he's been so bad?
No, I think it was like actual injury.
Okay. And maybe, honestly, he's been pitching through it, and that's kind of why he sucked so much because he's been –
You can kind of see that, when he first went out with it.
Yep. I'm with you. Any series odds? I guess maybe that's something we should go over first. You said you had a couple.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at some. We can go through those. Josh, if you want to pull those up.
Yeah, you want to just rapid fire through those?
Yeah, rapid fire. Reds are getting a lot of respect for the first time ever, I would say, in their series price. We see the Padres only at minus 150, which even throughout their little run or anything, anytime they're playing a good team, they're minus 170 or above, and usually the line moves against them. Just kind of staying put at that 150. Kind of talked about this as a series to watch because we have the classic heart versus no heart, underperforming Padres against the upstart Reds, who've been playing really well and just winning no matter who they put on the mound somehow, some way. So that's a price that caught my eye. Orioles only minus 120 against the Twins is a little suspicious, even though the Twins have the arms advantage today and Sunday.
And tomorrow with O'Bear.
Yeah, I guess O'Bear they do too. It's just really a little short, I would say. Going down a little further, Brewers, after they swept the Pirates, that we were, there to watch the final game there. I think this is a little short of a price at minus 160, below like the minus 170 marker price. That's kind of for these favorites who are going to be minus 140 or above really in like all three games. So I thought that was a little strange there. And I do like the Pirates today. We'll talk about that in a bit. Then last one, kind of towards the bottom, the Cardinals, minus 130 against the Yankees, which I don't see many like significant moves all that often. Usually, they're 5 cents at the most when they open up on DK here. Cardinals went minus 120 to minus 130. And
you gotta be kidding me.
This is with Garrett Cole on the mound tomorrow, too, against Jack Flaherty, who for
3-game
whatever
series.
reason, 3-game series. For whatever reason, that game's a pick 'em tomorrow, as of now, which is crazy. I know the Cardinals get a lot of respect, but seeing a move is not all that common, especially after the way that series went this weekend or this past beginning of the week. So
Wainwright might quit and he might retire after yesterday. He might literally retire midseason.
Yeah.
And you're telling me they're a favorite against the Yanks, who are balling right now? The Yanks are getting hot. Who's supposed to pitch on Sunday? Somebody in chat, let me know. I know one of you guys knows.
Yeah, I saw Jordan Montgomery against unnamed starter for the Yanks. So, you can pencil the Cards in maybe for a favorite spot there. But today, with the line being weird as it is, tomorrow with Garrett Cole versus Jack Flaherty, it's definitely weird.
Yep. Okay. Noted. We'll keep that in mind going through the weekend, chat, as you guys should as well. When you're thinking about, looking at weird lines for these individual games, kind of think in the back of your heads, well, the Cardinals are, for some reason, getting mad respect in the series. Maybe I shouldn't be fading them this weekend. You know what I mean? That's kind of the mindset you want with this shit. Let's pivot back to the game today. Javon, I don't really know if I want to fade or tail Cal, besides that first inning square, which I'm obviously taking. I don't know if I want to fade Ortega Cal coming back from injury. He might be legacies again. He might be healthy, healed, and have magical powers like he did over the last couple of years. I don't know. Where's your head at with this one? Because I know Steele is coming off a legacy start too.
Yeah, the Cubs are up to minus 200 now. Good Lord.
Jesus, dude.
I mean, I think they absolutely roll in this game. I don't think it's going to be relatively close, to be honest with you. And that was what I thought when I saw them at minus 160. I see them at minus 200 now. I mean, that's crazy respect. I mean, especially coming off of a series sweep against the Phillies, who are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Give them credit. It's not like they're going out there and losing to the A's, but that's a lot of respect. And I think Cal's going to struggle a little bit in his first series or first start back, which is kind of pretty tough, even if the Cubs offense hasn't been fantastic lately. That's a pretty tough first start back against such a patient offense as they are. And I do like Steele. Guards against lefties, not been their best, to say the least. So I think it's Cubs by 3 or 4.
Very good point as well. If Naylor and Quan are resting today, that's good for, probably a 40-cent line move, 30-cent line move, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, no Naylor against a lefty is not all that not common, I guess you could say. I mean, Quan, that really doesn't move 40 cents for me, to be honest with you.
Yes, Chase, and you're right. I think I overreacted there. It's worth It's worth 10 cents moving, but nothing crazy. You're right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cubs are winning today. How do we back them? Is there a way to back them besides minus 200?
I think the minus 1.5 is perfectly fine with me, to be honest.
Okay. You think they just absolutely motherfuck them? I mean, you're right, because if the Cubs win this game, it's probably going to be by a lot. They're probably going to rough up Cal. Either Cal is back and he pitches a shutout and defies all odds once again, or he gets shelled once again and gets lit up and the Cubs win by a couple. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Any squares in this game you like?
This is also very not true. Naylor does not hit lefty as well. It's like 230. But yeah, I didn't look at many squares in that game, but I think you could take your picks with many of the Cubs there.
Yeah, Yan Gomes hit run RBI.
Yan Gomes. That's weird. They usually only have that up against a lefty when he's
Yan. All-star snub. Let the guy go. Let him play. All right, he deserves it. He's having a hell of a year. All jokes aside. Yan fucking Gomes. Put some respect. Just a veteran clubhouse guy that you want on your team. Straight up. Opposite of Bradley Beal. Opposite.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know why that squares up against a righty. So, I mean, that's probably would have to be where I lean, if anything.
Music to my ears.
Natural against a more so contact pitcher, too. He's up there for 1.5 hits, runs at RBI. It's not really as weird, but I could lean into either of those.
Okay. Who the fuck is Tyler Freeman? Is he up on prospects? No.
Probably not.
Okay. Dubs, Cubs minus 1.5. Yan Gomes hit run RBIs. Legacy performance from him tonight. Fake Freddy has to set plate.
Yeah.
Trent, dude, I don't know where your head's at, man. Get those plates out of your head. Get them out. And yeah, it is Friday flex play day. We're going to go over that in a moment. All right. But let's just get some squares on paper. Let's power through these games. Padres, Reds. Thoughts there? Lugo, Ashcraft. Actually, let me give you my thoughts first because I think they're wrong and I want yours. Lugo's been nails. Ashcraft is atrocious. But the Reds are still barely a dog. And I know the Reds are good and the Padres are bad. But the Padres have been getting line respect the whole damn year. They are again today. Not really surprising to see them as a favorite once again. But instead of trying to get sharp and catch the falling knife and grab the Padres today and keep back in Lugo to be legacies, don't you think it's just better to take the Reds on the ML? Even though Ashcraft's been terrible and back a winning team, a winning culture who comes through? Isn't that the right way to bet? And is that why I lost 40 units in MLB last year? Because I'd be taking the Padres for a max play?
Maybe.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I don't think this is like a crazy level of respect for the Padres or anything. I think it's quite the opposite. I mean, like you said, Ashcraft has been terrible, but I kind of bookmarked when he came back as like, I'm going to start investing him and backing him because I think we're going to start getting the Ashcraft that we saw last year and for like the start of the season.
Yeah, he was nails. The first
he was.
Month.
And for anybody who watched the start against the Braves, for a majority of that, he looked really good. And honestly, like the difference in the game was Matt Olson golfing a pitch that was at his ankles out to left field for a 3-run tank, which actually, I mean, it was a really good breaking ball. So like his stuff looked so much improved from, prior to his injury. So I think he's going to start really settling in and being a good arm in this lineup. It's obviously tough in Great American Ballpark to expect that, but not very often in Great American Ballpark with the Reds on their little streak here have we seen a line move down a whole run, which, yes, it opened 12, which is pretty significant, I guess you could say, even in that park, but down to 11. I think Ashcraft may give up a Turk or two, like he's been prone to do, but I think he pitches like overall pretty well today. So I do like the Reds, kind of lean that under too.
Bro, did Visson go corp on the kids with the splits?
Did they?
You've got to be kidding me.
No way.
Everyone's going corp, man. Even the splits are going corp. It says I've hit my limit of split checks. You only get a couple a month. You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude.
That's wild.
Click the second link. W's. Okay. That's teamwork right there. Sure. That's teamwork. Okay. Interesting. So you like the Reds today, then? You like the under?
I do lean the under. I don't think it's going to be one where you see like a 4-2 game, but I think it's one that probably scrapes over or scrapes under, like see like 10 runs, 9 runs.
Okay. W's. All right, we found the splits. Let's go.
Yeah, I got them back.
It can't keep us down for long. This is good.
Huge.
Yeah, I don't mind the under. It's gross. It's weird. It's nasty. It sure as hell might hit. Okay. Any squares in that game, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still like down to back offense in that game because, again, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a game where we have 4 runs or anything, but I would have absolutely no problem continuing to ride Jake Fraley, who's been sneakily. I mean, you have McLean, you have Steer, you have a lot of those guys. I think Fraley's been like the biggest difference in that lineup lately. He's been their most consistent hitter, arguably, right along with those guys. So I like his hits, runs, and RBI, especially like in a righty. He's obviously in his little plus platoon spot. So I wouldn't be shocked to see him leading off today, but even if he's not, they put him in a really good spot in the middle of the lineup behind a lot of those guys. I like that. Hits, runs, and RBI today.
The Reds have 5 guys up for hit, run, RBIs. They got Friedel, Stevenson, Steer, Votto, and Fraley. I don't know if I've seen 5 guys up for hit, run, RBIs before.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, in Great American Ballpark, they do put a lot of squares up. I'll say that. Oh, he's batting 5th, so the lineup's already out. I guess the game starts a little early. Yeah, I like that down.
Okay.
So I assume Friedel's leading off. Yeah, Fraley's right behind Ellie in front of Votto and Steer. Love that.
Okay. Fraley's your guy, though.
Yeah, Fraley's my guy.
We move. Anybody on the Padres you want to take or fade?
I don't mind taking Jake Cronenworth, who I believe is up. I haven't looked at their lineup either yet, so I'm trying to check that out. But if I had to take one of the couple guys that are, I knew he was up for a prop. I didn't know if he was officially in his spot in the lineup yet, but
okay,
I'll wait for that. But he's probably my guy against Graham Ashcraft here, so I like him the best. But I don't know, there's a couple guys up there them too.
They've got a lot of squares up today too. I'm not betting that under anymore. Too many squares up. I know it's Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the Braves, obviously, but this is honestly a lot less squares than we saw in that series.
Okay. That's fair. That makes me feel better about it. All right. Mitch's Gaming coming in with a sub bang 4 months. Hovey giving out 5 sub bangs. My bad, bro. I didn't even see that. Let's go, Hovey. W Friday vibes. Appreciate that beast. Absolute go to the community. Brady Nemenek coming in with a sub bang. And Hovey resubs. Have a safe holiday weekend, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you too, my man. Jayhawk Jack, sub bang, dubs. Love it. All right, boys. Had to catch up there. How about Josiah Gray getting no respect against Sanchez, a lefty, and the Nats facing a lefty? What's up with this line? It looks a little fat to me.
Does look a little fat, but I mean, maybe it's just also a Phillies tax because they've been absolutely red hot. And Josiah Gray is definitely a guy on the mound they've seen quite a few times, and some of them have some pretty good numbers against him. So, I mean, It's not egregious to me, but I still do not want to get anywhere near in front of the Phillies right now or in this series, especially with the Nationals coming off of a shock victory over the Mariners in that series. So I'm staying away, but I wouldn't be mad at backing some Phillies bats, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Some Phillies bats. Let's talk about them. Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Who do they got up there that's catching your eye? They got any weirdos up there?
I don't think they have any weirdos up there. They have the Trey Turner assortment that's been printing.
The three-piece hold the fry.
Yeah, they do have Casty and Realmuto for a run, which you don't see all that often. So those could be certainly interesting, but
definitely would not mind taking Realmuto run. That looks like the weirdest square on the board for them.
Yeah, it could certainly be weird. Yeah, go to Casty's chart, see how he's been doing, Josh.
2 for 5.
2 for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely a little strange. Definitely a little strange.
I think the Nats get their dicks kicked in today. I do.
I think so too.
Josiah's fantasy score 23.5 after a gem. I bet. They got Josiah walks up there. No, they don't. So that's a shame. Lane Thomas up there. Stone Garrett against a lefty. I mean, even though if that's square, it sure as hell still might hit. Lane Thomas run is up there. I mean, that just hits every day.
Yeah,
what are we doing not taking that every day? That hits every day. I don't want to take it today, though. Like, what's my problem?
I don't know.
It hits every single day. It's Trey Turner's birthday. All right, I'm off.
Yeah, eliminate him automatically.
And I just don't want to rely on the rest of the Nats lineup to do shit. I don't. And yeah, that is vintage crabs because I should be taking that every day, but my body won't even let me do it. Won't let me do it. I should be taking Lane Thomas every day. That's my guy. And I can't do it. I can't. And as soon as I start doing it, you know he's going to be caked. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, we move. Next game. We've got Milwaukee-Pittsburgh. Shout out the Nobu Nerfi, Chelly, day 3. He's got the Nerfi in this game, sure. You like anything in this one? Freddie versus Vito. Freddie barely is a favorite.
Yeah, I like the Pirates. This is kind of weird because, I mean, we saw the Freddie Peralta game the first time, and this lineup really made him work. And the one thing they didn't do, which they haven't really done well for a majority of the season now, or at least since they've been pretty cold offensively, they just didn't hit well with runners in scoring position. But they got him into a lot of deep counts. They made his life hell on the mound, and I think they do that, and I think they hit with runners in scoring position today, and they score. I think that we talked about the series price too, which I thought was a little short. Now they have Freddie on the mound, Corbin Burns on the mound going tomorrow. So I think Freddie Peralta gets touched up a little bit, and I think Beto can do just enough. So I like the Pirates in some form or fashion.
Yeah, we saw the Pirates not do squat really against the Brewers when we were boots on grounds about 2 weeks ago. Now they face them again, which advantage Pirates there. They just saw them, right? Line's down 20 cents. Pirates have way more bets than I thought they would, to be honest with you. They're public on the plus 1.5. They have nearly 50% of handle. Surprised to see that. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Just interesting to see the Pirates ever really public. But Beta, I'm down to back him. He's good sometimes. Sometimes he's the worst. But the total's at 8.5. It's not too high. I would not mind taking the Pirates ML. Is that one of your favorite dogs today?
Oh my Lord. Yeah, it is.
Talk about the Pride Fix board.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even look at the Pirates bats, to be honest with you. That Josh Palacios hits, runs, an RBI, like it's obviously no guarantee that he's in the lineup, but that's a ridiculous square. The fact that it's up. I mean, he was barely up for total bases. Like I took him, I guess, when he first got called. I don't know if it was back up, like he was up initially, but for a round like the Zach Gallen blow up start against the Pirates around that time, I think it might have been that game exactly. I know he's been seeing the ball decently well, I guess you could say. He's gotten a hit, and I remember last time I watched the Pirates, he's been getting a hit like 4 of 6 games or something crazy, but I've never seen that square. And the fact that it's up against Freddie Peralta is pretty insane to me.
I'm in. Anything else on this board for the Pirates?
No, nothing crazy. I mean, like
Okay.
Henry Davis is not a bad look the way he's seeing the ball right now. It's just not a weird square.
I'm with you. Give me Palacios. I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. We move. Boston, Toronto today. Totals at 9. Paxton versus Berrios. Javon, you already talked about Paxton a little bit. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, kind of like runs, but I really don't want to play anything in this game, to be honest with you, because just talking about it with the Gen, we do see like high totals just because in Toronto it's pretty inflated there. I don't know if that's just because they moved the wall in and that's kind of what they're being priced at this season, but the way that both of these pitchers have been pitching, I think this total at 9 is a little weird. I just don't want to see it move down, so I'm going to keep a very close eye on that. But prop wise, I mean, that Matt Chapman square is also very ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that he's up, the way that Paxton's been dominating righties and the way that he's dominated him throughout his career with 9 Ks and 14 of his at-bats, where he's gone hitless in all of his at-bats. And he's got hits, runs, and RBI up with a -125 to the over. That is another one that is a clinically insane square. So, he's probably going yard today. It's probably going to be a Danny Jansen who just hits it with a double on his first at bat or something, scoring one.
Okay. All right. Well, I can 1,000% get behind that Matt Chapman square. I'm in. I'm in. All right. We move. I don't really like anything in this game. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to back Boston anymore, and I don't want to fade them. Because as soon as I do, you know it's going to happen.
Pretty much.
Okay. San Fran versus the Mets. How about the Mets being atrocious? They stink. Cobb, Carrasco. Cobb, barely a favorite against Carrasco and the Mets. I bet the books almost got me. They almost got me to bet on the Mets today. I'm not doing it. Nope, not me. Not today. No chance. Guys, bets like the Mets today. Bets like the Padres today. Bets like the Cardinals today, although that one I could be convinced. These are plays that last year I would have loved and that just don't hit. They look sharp, but at the end of the day, you don't fade teams who are on, winning streaks, and you don't back teams who are on losing streaks. You just let them sit to the side, and you wait for them to end the streak, and then you can start being weird. But I don't want to fade Boston right now, man. I can't. And I don't want to back the Mets. At home is a short dog, although I know it's sharp. What do you think?
I honestly want to square up with the Giants here, to be honest with you.
Good.
Yeah, I think Alex Cobb is – I don't want to say he's my favorite pitcher or anything, but against the Mets, he's going to give up some hard hit balls for sure, but he keeps the ball on the ground well, especially with that splitter. So I think that's a really good matchup for him, or changeup. I think it's a really good matchup for him against a lot of these Mets bats. I think they're just going to be pretty anemic today offensively, and I think we get a Cookie Carrasco just destroy fest with the way that the Giants have been hitting right-handed pitchers, especially those who give up a lot of hard hit contact like Cookie Carrasco does. So I think it's a square up spot for me with the Giants.
What do you think about Patrick Bailey, Buster Posey 2.0, who's rushing the ball right now, and he's up there for hit run RBIs?
Yeah, I have absolutely no issue with that at all. I think he can go with half the Giants lineup, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You have a preference over Bailey or Matos?
I would definitely prefer Bailey over Luis Matos, but probably both hit. Jock's probably taking Cookie Carrasco 465 too. I see him up there for bases, which really don't get that often unless he's playing in Coors. So I wouldn't be shocked to see that either.
Okay. Conforto versus his old team. Sure. I feel like that doesn't matter much. I don't know. Maybe it does. All right, we move. Any other squares you like in this game from either side? From Giants or Mets? No Mets? Okay.
No, I'm good.
Fine by me. We move. Miami, Atlanta. This is an interesting one. We got Hoeing. We got Soroka. We got a total at 10. Not really surprising. They're playing in Atlanta. It's literally Overs Park. They should rename it. What are your thoughts on this one? We got Hoeing, who's got good numbers on the surface.
I like Brian Hoeing. I'm a big Brian Hoeing fan. Long term. To be honest with you, it's tough to read this game because we have the Marlins who are looking unbeatable for whatever reason, even though they just face the Red Sox who are moose right now. So you could say it's their highest point, but it's probably also that for the Braves because they've been looking like the best MLB team we've seen in years as of recent. Their bats are unstoppable. So it's two unstoppable forces meeting each other. I think it's Marlins plus 1.5 for me here. I really do like Hoeing. And you have Soroka, who is, I believe, coming off of injury. I don't know if this is his first start back or he's had a couple yet. So I do think the Marlins bats stay hot. Like Jazz Chisholm has been destroying baseballs in this little series since he came back. I think that continues, and that Braves bullpen is like surprisingly. I know they've been worked a lot, but they haven't been all that impressive. So if we get into the back end of the game, I think the Marlins can keep this close. Obviously on the road, so the +1.5 is an asset. I think we do have a potential to get runs here, but again, I'm down to back Brian Hoeing, and then if we need it, runs against the back end of that bullpen, and the Marlins bullpen has been great. So if we need some runs in the back end, I feel pretty confident that we can get them. So give me the +1.5 for the Marlins.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say square up, take Marlins ML because both these teams are absolutely cracked right now, but I would not be fading the Marlins until they lose, straight up. Teams like that who might not look as good on paper as the Braves, doesn't really matter. You throw it out the window because they're hot right now. They know, they think they can beat everybody. I mean, they can beat everybody right now. They're winning. Yeah. They're on a crazy streak. So, yeah, do not take the Braves today. Although it is debatably the best team in baseball at -180 against the Marlins, stay away. Stay away. If anything, just square up. Not even square up. If anything, get weird and take Miami on the ML. Or like Javon said, maybe put a little bit more on the +1.5.
Yeah, I like that better.
Drew, we're on the same page, brother. Same page. All right. And chat, I mean, Javon, I don't know how busy you are today, but we could always run a little bit over since I'm hosting Surge if you want to just get through all these games so we don't have to stress.
Yeah,
I'll leave it up to chat, though. Do you guys want us to take our time a little bit more and go over all these games and maybe start Surge like 15 minutes late? What do you guys want to do? We're doing Surge today, boys. We are. Okay? Yeah? You guys want that? Okay. More milk, they say.
No rush. We'll get through it.
More milk. All right. All right. Houston, Texas. Already kind of talked about it a little bit. I like the Rangers. They're kind of a fat favorite, though. They moved about, 20 cents. John Gray, back from injury, had one brutal start in his first return back to the mound. And then in his last start, he was pretty much nails. I'm the John Gray guy. I'm just going to say it. I've been since last year. When he's healthy, he's good. Straight up. He overperforms. He comes through. He respects coin generally. And I like the Rangers today, but I mean, they're laying -170, man. Help me out, Javon. Any other ways to back them? Maybe just take Prize Picks? I don't know, but I don't see how the Rangers don't win this game today, and maybe it's just square up and take them on the ML after Houston just won 15-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would just rather lay the ML there because, I mean, their team totals are like 5. So, like, even if I wanted to back
it might end up pushing anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, their bats, that's who I really want to back here. Like, I'm not crazy about backing John Gray in the start, but like I talked about with like Blanco gets destroyed by righties. The Rangers have been destroying righties as a lineup themselves. So, like, I think it's going to be a really tough matchup for him on the mound today, even if like the leash is a little shorter than like a normal start, like we've seen with him a couple times. So, and yeah, it's tough after this too. I mean, the Stros scored 75 runs in that series against the Cardinals. So, like, personally, I know DeGen was saying the same thing too, and I was on with him a little bit earlier. I think the Astros are about to start like a really big run, which I think it starts the rest of the series. Like tomorrow, they see Eovaldi. I think they touch him up there. I think they win the series, but I don't think it starts today. I think the Rangers bats are going to stay hot here after their little letdown spot against the Tigers in that last series too. So yeah, I'm down to back the Rangers and probably my guy Marcus Semien too.
You like Semien, your favorite Ranger today?
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with a couple, depending on the lineup, too. I mean, Ezekiel Duran, I'd be fine riding that wave, too, if he ends up playing today. He has been destroying baseballs. He's been destroying baseballs.
He has.
So, yeah, that's a guy I'd be down to ride regardless. We'll see where
How do you want to back Semien?
I mean, his total bases are up. So, I mean, whenever those are up, I just don't overthink it. He starts the game off with a double 9 times out of 10. So, I mean, I just eat it there.
Dubs. Another thing that scares me is that the Rangers, I know the Astros are coming in fat and happy after scoring 1 million runs in St. Louis, but also the Rangers are fat and happy and at home. They just had their entire team selected to start the All-Star game pretty much. So that worries me a little bit too, backing them today with that good news, but I don't see a world where they don't pull out a win today, but they're -170. -170. This is a huge series. I know these guys don't like each other. First full series sellout in 12 years in Texas. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's
all the games are already sold out.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy series. This is like the first time we've had like an actual like division race with one
Yeah.
of these teams visiting the other. So I mean, even though like the first series this season in Houston was pretty crazy. So now that they're in Texas, it's going to be nuts.
And I think Houston, Houston historically owns the Rangers.
I mean,
At least they have over the years.
Rangers have just been kind of mid.
Yeah, and Astros have been one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, and the Astros owned everybody.
Did I miss any PP squares for the Guards game? That's a good point. I guess we could probably take a timeout and craft up a winner for the early slate right now.
Is that about to start?
We've got it starts up in 30 minutes. Cleveland, Chicago. We got that Cal Quantrill over pitches thrown square in the first, which I really don't hate one bit that Lauren gave us. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was going to say do that with Fraley for the 2 early games.
Yeah. Okay. Those might be our best options. What about Haas? When is that game?
I think
that's not an early game.
I think those are the only 2 earlier games, I think, right?
I think it's just Cleveland and Chicago and then San Diego, Cincy. Yep. Okay. I'm super down for that. One from each. Is there anybody else we like better in the Guardians-Cubs game?
I mean, I like Lawrence Square the most out of that game, but I mean, we could also throw Jan in there too, yeah.
Oh, Jan.
Not in that entry, obviously, because we have Cal in there, but somewhere.
Jan. I think this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to send Fraley and Cal 2-piece, and I'm going to send Jan and Fraley 2-piece. What do you think about that?
I like that.
Okay. Chat, we're taking Lauren Square. She came prepared. That's a winner. Cal Quantrill, more than 16 pitches thrown in the first. We're going to pair that with Fraley, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for the early games. All right. And then we're also going to take, instead of Cal in the second entry, we're going to take Fraley, and we're going to take the GOAT, Jan Gomes.
There we go.
And do we sprinkle on a 3-piece with those? Do we dare?
Do we?
Do we dare maybe cut down a half U?
Well, we can't, right?
Oh, yeah, we can't.
That was the point.
W's. We got 2 2-pieces for the early games. Love it. Lauren came prepped. All right. We move. Any early sides for that game? I guess gun to our heads. We're back in the Cubs -1.5. Are you going to play it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, chat. There's your play on the books. Cubs -1.5 for the early game. And then we've got Fraley paired with Cal, more than pitches thrown, and Fraley paired with Jan, hit run RBIs. All right, boys? Dubs. We move. Back to biz. Where were we at, Javon? What game? LA and Kansas City's?
Yeah. I mean,
LA and Kansas City's. W's. Bobby Miller, Alec Marsh. Who the heck is this guy?
He's making his debut. He's a prospect they've been looking forward to for a little bit now. So, I mean, his leash is probably going to be a little short. He really doesn't go that long. They really didn't go that long in the minors, really, anyway. So I think they're got the Dodgers coming out of course against the guy making his debut. I think the bats are a little sleepy today, and it's tough to make your debut against the Dodgers. But if you want any spot to do it, it's them going on a little road trip here after they've just been in Denver. So I think they come out slow. I do think the bullpen, once they come in, is probably going to have some issues, and the Dodgers put up a crooked inning, but probably first 5 under for me there.
Oof. Definitely would not mind fading the offense, especially Dodgers offense after last night. My goodness. And you think this kid can hang a little bit? You think Marsh can hang in there?
I do. It's just it's a really interesting spot for him to come into. But I think it's going to be so strange that it actually might work for a little bit at least.
It's so crazy. It just might work, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I certainly can't trust Isbell under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Is he playing?
Wow. He's up there?
Why is he up?
I don't know, but I don't want to take his under if he's up. Right?
I mean, it definitely is a little concerning, but I trust D-Bac's dad. He's been sharp.
He has been sharp.
Not faded.
I'll give him
Definitely
that.
not faded.
Nope. All right. Well, Dodgers, I mean, they're -225 in this game. you think maybe the Royals even sneak out a win here at home? Not betting them. Not betting them, though.
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, that's
Okay.
quite a few props.
That's a lot of squares up.
Facing Bobby Miller.
Yeah.
Not just Isbell, but Prado, Melendez, Olivares, and then Bobby Witt, too. Except for Ron. It's a little concerning for Dodgers backers, I'd say.
100%. And chat, I'm tweeting out these entries. If you guys missed them, I know you guys are bitching in chat. I'm tweeting them out on the BTL Twitter right now. All right, boys. 2 pieces. Hold the fry. All right. Yeah, I want to fade the Dodgers offense. Maybe it's even Dodgers team total under.
Could be, yeah. I have no problem against that, except for the fact that the bullpen, I don't really know who's coming out of there. It's like I could see, like I said, them getting a crooked inning towards the 6th or 7th against X pitcher that comes out, because I really don't know what the plan is. But I think Marsh holds his own, and then I assume somebody else is going to be in, but maybe the 5th inning there to close it out for an inning.
Okay.
It's weird.
Noted. Let's move to Detroit, Colorado, Javon. You said you wanted to talk about this game earlier. What are you crafting up in there?
I definitely want to take Tigers hitters. I honestly think this line, like you said, the total moving down to 11 after all the runs we saw, not just from the Rockies games and their series, but also the Tigers offense against the Rangers. This total moving down is a little strange, I would say, and the line on the game is probably a little suspicious too. Tigers only being -115, but it's just individual matchups. Like, I can't get myself to not play against Gomber, who's been terrible. But again, like I said, I take Tigers, and I take Tigers bats when they're facing a lefty who gives up a lot of barrels. And that's Austin Gomber in a nutshell, and he's one of the worst at it. So, I mean, SBR was saying he likes Eric Haas, 100%. I mean, you got a couple of guys up for them. I think you could honestly take your pick, whether it's him, whether it's Baez. I think Torque's up again. I don't really want to back him after a 2-home run game, but a lot of those other guys. I mean, I know it's course. You're going to have some weird squares. I mean, Veerling's up for 2.5 hits, runs, and RBI. You got Rogers, who's usually up for a base, up for hits, runs, and RBI today too. I mean, I just don't see a world where their bats let them down in this game. I think if they're going to lose this game, because that line is very strange, I think it's going to have to be from their pitching staff, because their bats have just way too good of a matchup today.
Okay. Maybe Tigers team total over.
Yeah.
Definitely targeting Haas today. Already got the SBR report. Love it. Okay. We move. Dubs. Yankees, Cards. You talked about the Cardinals getting some mad respect in this series, Javon. Do you dare take a stab on Liberator against Severino?
I mean, I definitely lean the Cardinals. I'll tell you that. It's just,
Do you have the cojones to place the wager?
I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do, to be honest with you. I'd rather just
I don't know if
place the
anybody
series.
does.
I'd rather place the series by itself and just see how it plays out. But yes, line, I mean, it's up to -115 now, which is definitely strange. I mean, Sevy's coming off of an absolute gem too. Like I said, against the Rangers.
Daniel hit me up today. He's got a 1K risk-free bet. I said, put it on the squad ride. And he just hops in chat, goes, yeah, I'm putting my 1K on the Cards after he heard me say that. Unbelievable.
How do we not ride the Cards now? I mean, not.
I mean, yeah, without a doubt, it should be an automatic Daniel squad route.
Yeah, I mean, Sevy's coming off of a gem against one of the arguably the best offense in baseball right now, excluding the Braves, at least best offense in the AL, and the Rangers. The Yankees have been better against lefties. I guess you can say they've been picking it up a little bit in the A's series. I don't know if you really count the A's though, but they're playing better baseball, whichever way you want to spin it. It's just, I don't think that's going to last. I think this is going to be a series with a lot of closely contested games. So like the Cardinals, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Liberatore pitch really well today, which is probably not that hot of a take because the Yankees lineup sucks. But I think the Cardinals win this game. It's just super tough to get into it.
Okay. Well, shit. Let's think. I want to pull up the Prize Picks board. I want to see what they have these starting pitchers at. Fantasy score or anything. Well, they don't have Liberatore up for anything. Nice. Do they have Herman up? Or sorry, Severino up? Not Herman. God, he's still in my head after that no. Severino is up.
He is up
27.5 fantasy score after a 40 pace.
against the Rangers.
Interesting. And then what about the hitters? What are you seeing from either sides? Are we getting runs in this game?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're going to get like a 2-1 game necessarily, but I kind of lean the under. But I do see, to be impartial here, I see Stanton total bases and Harrison Bader run up. Maybe it's the Bader revenge game and Stanton starts to get hot because those are definitely good matchups that signal some runs for me too. But I mean, for the Cardinals, there's nothing like out of the ordinary up. It's just their usual assortment of guys.
Tommy Edman hit run RBI against a righty.
That could be a little weird depending on where he hits in the lineup. That could be interesting.
Yeah, that one catches my eye. I feel like he's only up when he's facing a lefty.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, either he's facing a lefty or I guess even the first game in London was against Steele, so that was a lefty too. So yeah, that could be an interesting square.
Definitely is. Definitely is. And Dead Larry Bird, I know you're a Yankees fan, and we were talking a little bit today about how the Yankees are about to get hot. I'm with you, but I cannot ignore this line. And then also, what does this tell you? If Liberatore doesn't have a fantasy score up, does that make you think he's going to get lit up? Does that make you think he's going to deal or nothing?
I think it's probably a little uncertainty about his leash more than anything.
He only pitched 2 1/3 innings in his last outing. I don't know if he got hurt or not, but he got roughed up by the Cubbies. Not really surprising there, lighting up a lefty. Interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't have a pitching outs line in the books either, so I would assume that's part of it.
Yeah, nobody knows. Okay, fair. We move. Give me the Cards lean in that game, but even I don't know if I have the stones to take it. All right, chat, stay posted. Stay posted. Somebody asked what the early game was that we like. What's the book play for the early game? Cubs -1.5. All right. A few more games, Javon. I think 2 more. Arizona and the Angels. Canyon and Henry. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Angels bats are going to stay hot here. So, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd say go with them. I mean, they're coming off of the 2 disappointing L's against the White Sox. But like I said, we were talking about Drury. I like as a whole lineup, they've been really good against lefties. I think they're 6th in the league throughout the whole season and better if you kind of splice it to the last month. So Tommy Henry, soft tossing lefty, that plays for a lot of those hitters, not just Brandon Drury. I think he's definitely the most enticing matchup there. But I think they should hit up Tommy Henry. See his total creeping up too. It's hitting 10 some places, which I don't know if I love the over because I actually think Griffin Canning can pitch pretty well too. We also have the possibility of Corbin Carroll not in the lineup, which that's bad news that I'm willing to sell when it comes to the D-backs lineup because they're so drastically different with him out of the lineup. So I do think that the D-backs might start to tailspin a little bit, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to be horrible, but Corbin Carroll injury, you got starting pitching injuries as well. Merrill Kelly just got scratched yesterday. I think he hit the IL. Rays beat them in a series. DeGen was saying maybe the Rays broke another team, which I could see. I think you fade the D-backs here in the next week or so because they got a lot of different things going on leading up to the All-Star break. I like the Angels.
All right. Yeah, give me the Angels, ML. I know they're -160, maybe -1.5 with that highish total, but I'm kind of with you. The over scares me a little bit. I know we talked about Drury already, Javon. I like that Taylor Ward run square as well that's up. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, I generally try to stay away from leadoff guys with a run square personally, but that's not to say like he has a terrible matchup. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen a Ward, Ohtani, and Trout all up for a run.
Good sign for the Angels.
That is a pretty good sign. And when Ohtani's up for a run, there are some bangs that happen. And the fact that he's up for that and 10 fantasy score against a lefty, which like Tommy Henry is a lefty, but he also has pretty severe reverse splits. So, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at blindly taking Ohtani again, too. But I do really like Drury.
Good to know. Another Lawrence Square that's looking pretty decent.
Yeah. They got to update my man's picture. They've been doing him.
Yeah, they got to update a lot of pictures, man. Come on now.
It's crazy.
And chats, Surge stream is going to start up soon. All right, no Trent today. I'm going to run Surge in a minute. But we're going to wrap up here. Did not want to rush the end of the cards. Almost done. We'll craft squad rides. All right, and then we'll go about our day. Okay, boys. One more play, one more game. Tampa, Seattle, Dubs. My favorite play of the day, Seattle ML. I'm assuming you're right there with me.
Yeah, it's tough. I think it's going to be a close game. I think you're definitely getting some Turks off of Shane, unfortunately. I don't know what I want to do here because if this line ticks back up towards the Rays, I honestly want to lay whatever juice there is remaining on that +1.5 for Seattle. But it's hard to lay that -165 right now. But that line is crazy. I don't know why Shane is -130 against a team who just dropped to the Nationals and let Patrick Corbin have his best game since World Series year against them. That's crazy.
I mean, Bryce Miller has 2 negative points starts from his fantasy score in his last 5. And you're telling me he is +105, if that, against maybe the best pitcher in baseball and the best team in baseball? Give me a fucking break with this line. Give me a break. Seriously, somebody throw me a bone because this is ridiculous. Okay?
Yeah.
4% of the handle on the Mariners, I bet. 11% of bets. Wow. Nobody's got the nuts to do it. I sure as hell do. Daniel, I'll be honest with you, brother. I think this is the $1,000 play is Mariners ML. But we'll get to the squad ride soon. Okay, Beast? And I don't want you to end up losing because of that comment, but please consider Seattle ML as a short dog because this line makes my head spin like a fucking owl. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make that 12% bet percentage. Sure. Daniel, you are on. Are you still drunk, dude? If you are, it's okay. I would not blame you. You should be.
Could be.
I love the Mariners today, and you co-sign W's, splits look goods. The line has moved towards the Rays initially. I don't know what it's been doing recently, but I don't even care.
I just tapped into FanDuel real quick because I wanted to see some home run odds, and it's down to -124 now, which is extremely concerning.
-124 for what? The Rays?
Yeah.
What were they at earlier?
-130.
Good.
I mean, it's still up on DK here at -130, but it's interesting. It's also like there's 2/3 of the Angels lineup or the Mariners lineup is on the board today, which I mean it's half a base for a majority of them. But
yeah, why do we got Eugenio Suarez up for half a TB and Kelenic?
Yeah, Kelenic lefty. He is a reverse splits guy, so I wouldn't mind targeting that. But
why do they have so many half bases up for Seattle?
Yeah, it's weird.
Colton Wong, half a base, I bet. Wow. Weird. I don't even know what to make of that. I don't like that they're all half TB, I'll be honest, but I like that there's a lot of squares up there. Let's take a look at the Rays.
They can't really be at anything else.
You're right.
7.5 total game against Shane McClanahan.
For sure. So honestly, maybe it's just a good sign that they have that many squares up, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right, dudes. And I'm also down to fade the Rays after Yandy and Randy made the All-Star game as well. That same narrative. Congrats to them now. They deserve it. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Miller time. I'm in, Trent. I'm in, brother. All right. Well, we just went through all the book plays, crafted up a bazillion prize pick squares. Javon and I will go through these later and put these out for the people. All right. We gave you guys on the Book at BTL Twitter. We gave you 2 day entries on prize picks, although they both have Fraley in them. But a couple options for you on the Book at BTL Twitter. All right. Guys, before we do the squad ride, we're about to do it right now, and then I'll host Surge. Make sure you guys check out the YouTube video we posted yesterday on Book at Sports. Mini golf, putt-putt contest for $1,000. Not going to tell you guys who won, but go ahead and check that YouTube video out. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free. Make sure you guys support our content that we're doing so we can keep coming up here and giving picks out for free. All right, boys. Talon Fraley, Javon, love it. Good token picks. Good.
Yeah, there we go.
What do you think of Shane 4.5 hits allowed? Good question.
Whew. I mean, it's been like the marker for pitchers who are going to have a really good start now, which I guess Shane is a part of that too. They've been at 4 flat. So, I mean, the fact that he's at 4.5 maybe says a little something. Especially, I mean, that's the lowest total game. Like, I mean, they even had – I remember I took it one time because I thought I was being sharp with it. It was like Glass now over 4.5, or over 4 flat, which was in a 8.5 total game at home against the Rangers. Now you go on the road against an anemic Mariners offense who K 99% of the times against lefties, and he's at 4.5. Shane is. Weird.
Weird, to say the least. Add it to my card. All right, chats. SeatGeek ads and chats. If you guys are going to the ballpark this weekend, make sure you buy your tickets on SeatGeek. Use promo code BOOKIT and get $20 off your first purchase. I'll be at the O's game tomorrow with my fam. If anybody wants to meet up, head to the game, grab some beers at Pickles before, you know where I'll be at. All right, Pickles Pub. Come by, buy your tickets on SeatGeek. All right, help the boys out and get $20 off your tickets. The beers aren't that expensive in Baltimore either. You could probably get 2 beers for that. All right, support the boys. Check it out. Ludwig is locked in, man. No fucking way.
Is he actually locked? Need that.
No fucking way he's locked.
Is he actually
Ludwig. Where is he at? I can't see him. He's only through 1 hole. He's even. What are we talking about here, chat? Unless you guys are in the future, you let me know. Okay. He's through 2 -1. Okay, he birdied hole 2.
There we go.
Let's fucking go, dudes.
Locked.
Let's go, Ludwig. We got a chance, boys. We got a goddamn chance. All right. Man, I thought you said grab some beers and pickles. Bro, the bar is called Pickles, man. Come on. I'm not saying let's grab some picks. Grow up. Okay? Pickles Pub. I'll be there tomorrow around noon. If anybody wants to come, buy your tickets on SeatGeek. All right? Use the promo code, please. And we'll catch you guys soon. But first, got to do the squad ride.
Got to.
What are we thinking? Seattle MO?
Yeah.
Don't sound too excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited about it.
Cardinals
I'm
MO?
not excited to fade our
I know.
O's, but it has to be done. Yeah, I mean, Cards, put them in there too. Giants, probably put them in there too, unless you hate that one.
No, it's fine. Cool with it. Orioles MO?
Oh, I guess we didn't even talk about that game.
Orioles
Game's
MO?
weird. The
I
game's
know you
weird.
said the Orioles aren't getting respect on the series price, so maybe we just stay away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, at first I looked at it kind of similar, and it was like Pablo Lopez, Dean Kramer. Shouldn't the Twins be favored? But you can't really make them a favorite because they're god awful. So, like, I don't want to bet against the line moving against them a little bit here. Like, the Orioles like -115 now. But I mean, I think it probably should have opened there, to be honest, at the least. So, I mean, that's a tough one.
What about Phillies -1.5?
I don't know. Maybe.
Pirates MO.
Yeah, I'm all in for the Pirates.
Good. Goods.
Could put Tigers and
Miami.
PTO in there too.
We could go Tigers TTO. We could go Miami.
What's that?
We could go Rangers.
What's that number?
I'd say those are our best bets. Tigers team total, Rangers ML, but it's super juicy, and Miami +1.5 if you want the 1.5.
Tigers team total is 5.5.
Jesus Christ.
They're in course.
Okay. You like that?
I do, honestly.
Okay, let's do it. Go 5.5. All right, chat. 5 plays, 5 winners. Appreciate you guys sticking around for the longer BTL today. But we got time. All right, we're gonna get the surge stream going here soon. All right, boys. 5 plays, 5 winners. Seattle ML, St. Louis ML, San Francisco ML, Pitt ML, and Detroit team total over 5.5. That shit stank, don't it? Yeah,
Does.
that shit stank, and that's a good thing. Haas nuke, gonna tuck tonight. I freaking hope SBR. You're gonna make me nuke them today on Prize Picks,
Yeah,
and I'm
we're
gonna be
taking it.
really, really pissed if it doesn't happen. And I'm gonna blame you. Deal? That sound good, bro? Get your votes in, boys. Get your votes in. All right. I don't see the poll. Oh, there it is. Let's go.
Yeah. even though it was 6 man, don't let market or Marlins -1.5 or +1.5 get swept under the rug too. So they're keeping this one close.
All right, you heard it here first. Chat, poll is up in the Twitch. Please get your votes in. We got about 2 minutes. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. There's no time. Giants are running away with it. Jesus. They are up to -130. Okay.
Yeah.
The Juice coming in with a sub bang 32 minutes ago. Let's go, my dude. 16 months. Let's go, the Juice. Appreciate that, my man. Hope you guys have some great 4th of July plans. Hope you're getting as teed up as Daniel was last night on his 21st. Okay. Hope you guys have a great weekend, of course. But Javon, we still got some more work to do.
We do.
It's not the holiday yet. We got winners to find. All right. I think we found a couple. Those 5 plays in that squad ride poll are looking pretty good.
It's one of the best, I think, collections of plays we've had for quite some time, to be honest.
So it's going 0 for 5, huh?
I hope not.
Harris coming in with a sub bang. Goats. Appreciate you, Beast. You guys have been awesome this week. We got hella heads in here watching. We got hella engagements. Everybody in chat talking. We got sub bangs galore. And we got winners. All right, let's end the week with a squad ride winner. Hurry up. Get your votes in. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. You got about 30 seconds. Giants ML is running away with it. 64 votes. If we don't get 100 votes for the winner, chat, I'm going to be pissed. All you got to do is click one button. All right, come on. Click that damn button. Nah, for real. I can't wait for 4th of July. Corbin at Great American Small Park. Boys are going to see fireworks. Wow. If Patrick Corbin is pitching on 4th of July in the Great American Small Park, that is crazy. We're got to fade.
Oh, no, it's in D.C.
Ooh. It's in D.C. Ooh. Dilgab, you going to be in my city, bro? Never mind. Yeah, you're beat. Okay. Either way, he's probably going to get rocked after that legacy start. There's no way he follows that up. Grow up, Fat Girls Inc. If that guy's cheating, he's the worst cheater ever. I'll tell you that much. There's no way he is cheating. Come on. Give me a break. All right, chat. Giants ML. That was easy. Squad ride winner, 83 votes. I freaking bets. Mariners right there with 43 votes in second. All right. Revote with just top 2. No thanks. I think we're good. Last squad ride was crazy. I know, dude. We got to make up for the Cubs cake last night, chat. And it starts tonight with the Giants ML fading the most poverty organization in baseball, the New York Mets, and Cookie Cutter Carrasco, Javon. Let's fade the shit out of them. All right. Let's back my guy, Alex Cobb. All right. I like that guy. Good looking dude on the mound. Red beards. Kind of looks like me. We're back in Cobb. And we're taking the Giants on the ML, -130, chat. We'll get the prize pick squares out on the BTL Twitter soon. Okay, stay posted. And make sure you guys buy your tickets on SeatGeek this weekend. All right, boys? We'll catch you same time on Monday, same place on Monday. We'll be seeing. Peace.